Greeting to our tutor. This is the assignment presentation on the subject Fundamentals of Computer Networks. And this assignment will be presented by me, Tan Jian-hee, and my teammate Tan Jian-yu. First of all, in this assignment, we have been assigned to set 3 assignment questions. We are required to design and set up a small business local area network for the company in different locations. And the location and its host are specified in the table as shown. By completing this assignment, we are able to use multiple digital resources to complete the task related to network configuration based on the question given. For example, we have used Cisco Packet Tracer, Discord, YouTube, and also Google Meet to complete this assignment and enhance our understanding of it. By doing so, it is very beneficial to us in this technological society. When we are subnetting an IP address for the network, classless addressing has been used. So we implemented variable length subnet mask VLSM, which allow us to use different subnet masks and create subnet depending on the specific need of the host of each network. Since we need to consider the number of addresses needed for 40% growth in all areas, some calculation has been computed. Here is the calculation of number of addresses needed in all areas. In this location A, there is 3 departments inside. First of all, the number of host addresses of management department is 5 million. The number of addresses needed for 40% growth in management department is 5 million times 40%. So it is 2 million. The total number of addresses needed for the management department is 5 million plus 2 million, which is 7 million in total. Next, there will be the same calculation and also same method for the rest of the department in location A. Not only in location A, but also location B and also location C. In our network design, we have applied 6 subnets, each subnet indicating a network. Each network consists of a few desktop computers to represent the number of hosts required, and they are connected to a switch. Then, the fast internet interface is used to connect the switch from each network to the router to form a local area network. In our topology design, different color of the area represent different networks. The dark blue color represents location A, the green color represents location B, and lastly, the yellow color represents location C. Different color inside of different location represent a different department. And that's all for my part. Now, next is my teammate, Tan Jian-yu.
So hi, I'm Tan Jian-yu. So from now, I will talk about how to find the CIDR and the subnet mask for each location. So inside the location A, we have the management department, administrative department, and the sales department. Inside the management department, it requires 7 million of hosts required. And the most suitable for the host, such big host required is the prefix 9. And because it can store up to 8 million number of hosts. So this is the most suitable for the location A of the management department. And because of using this CIDR9, and it already provides the subnet mask, which is 255.128.0.0. So it can be used into the management department. And the rest is also using the set method, and which is according to the host required. We can look through the chart of this black chart. We can get the host which is the most suitable host to the department. For the administrative department, because it needed the 1,680,000 of hosts. So the best suitable CIDR is the 11. and the subnet mask given is 255.224.0.0, and the rest is the same. So next I will talk about the addressing table. Because of we already list out the CIDR number and the subnet mask, so now we can construct the addressing table, and each of the color we already assign it. For the light purple, we already assign as management department, and the peppermint represent as administrative department, and the orange is for the sales department, and so on. So now in here I will only talk about the management department. In the router, we use the Gigabyte 9 for the interface for management department, and because we are using the class A, and the subnet we using is 110.0.0.0.0, so the first usable IP address is 110.0.0.0.1, so I assign it to this interface. And the subnet mask we already retrieved from the previous slide, so we apply it. And next to the switch 0, the default gateway, because already we use the router IP address as the default gateway for the switch 0, and because the switch 0 because of the router it already used the 110.0.0.0.1, so the next usable IP address is 110.0.0.0.2, and of course the subnet mask is using the same. So we can, after that we go through to the end device of the management department, which is PC0, PC1, and PC2. And inside the IP address, because the last usable IP address already used by switch 0 is 110.0.0.0.2. So next we will using the 110.0.0.0.3 as the IP address of the PC0, and the remaining of the IP address we will plus 1 to it, so it is 110.0.0.0.4 and 0.5. So, and there are the addressing table, all are the same, using the same method but with different subnet masks and the default gateway. So now I will talk about the way to implement our network. So inside the router 1, we enter it, but because I already set up the security, so we need to enter the password, and after enter it, we need to enter to the EXEC mode. So we use enable, and as I mentioned it just now, I already set the password, and the password mentioned is using the ASCS 2034. And now we enter to the config terminal, and inside the config terminal we using the interface Gigabyte 9, because we need to assign the IP address to link to the switch 0. So I use the Gigabyte Ethernet 9/0, and the IP address is using the default gateway of the switch 0 and compared to the subnet mask, and there's no shutdown. And next, the implementation of switch 0 is as the same method, the setting up the password already, and after entering the config mode, this is how I show the way to implement the password. So the first is line console 0, and the password is, because based on the question given, we need to set this password to C, capital C, exclamation mark, and the SCO, and type login to the login section, and type exit, and the secret password is ASCS 2034. And that's the end of our presentation. Thank you for listening.